Hello, and welcome to another episode of Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. We are continuing this week's flexibility theme on Let's Talk Tickers on Taco Tuesdays. We're going to discuss how a being can ignore its instincts. We would think these instincts being ignored would be indicative of an animal that is less evolved, when in fact it is the opposite, we find. Between a donkey, a horse, and a cow in a burning barn, which is going to escape from a barn? It's the donkey, because the donkey will not ignore its instincts. Anyone who has had a donkey or used them as a livestock or a work stock knows that if you get a donkey tired, it's not going to go past that point of exhaustion. It's going to lay down, you can beat it, you can kill it, and it will not try to work harder. But a horse, and more evolved, bigger brained being, will ignore its instincts for water, for sleep, for rest, and run itself until it dies. And we are that horse. We're not the donkey in the equation of this burning barn. And these burning barns are not just some idea of pain and destruction. They're your body's inflammation. We bend over backwards to ignore our full instinct, our need to fulfill boredom by doing with our body, our need to fulfill our nutrition by actually eating nutritious and sustainable foods. We ignore that fucking adult constipation. Holy shit. I just don't understand how people can eat that much sugar on a regular basis, because if I do that, like, it's no bowel central. It's a slow down, low down downstairs. And I'm not super anal retentive, but a regular bowel movement can change my personality. My dad's always told me that I was the nicest little kid until I had to take shit. And then just what happened? This is a new kid. He's an asshole. He won't do what he's told. He keeps acting up. Just had to take a dump. And I don't know, maybe it was the diet. It's always the diet. It always comes back to diet when it comes to your bowel movements. Diet, because stress plays a big part, but the stress can be alleviated by eating the right things, drinking the right things, cleansing yourself of something that is a little too inflammatory. On this episode of Let's Talk Tickers on Taco Tuesdays, I'd like to discuss fat. Not the fat that we think normally, but the fat in our tissues, in our blood flow, in little corners, the little corner pockets I've discussed where we could throw clots from these buildups of atherosclerosis and cause emboli that would shoot from maybe our heart, our lungs, our brain, our legs. Any of these is devastating. Could be devastating and life-ending, fatal. And how do we prevent these little buildups? But what do you think? No, we don't avoid fat, eating fat, which is what we were taught. It's bananas. It's backwards, because high-density lipoproteins will leach the HDLs, the good cholesterol. Your body needs cholesterol. We're made of a phospholipid bilayer, fat all over our walls to keep all the bags of fluid apart, together and apart. From your kidneys to your heart to your gut to your peritoneum. Yeah, peritoneum. It's been a while since I've said that word. Nonetheless, HDLs leach the low-density lipoproteins, the ones that are not very attractive. They're low density, they're sticky and squishy, and they get stuck. Low density, very low density, they get stuck in those little corners. And the high-density lipoproteins are the rescuers. You can't just cut all of your cholesterol down and think you're going to solve all the problems. What needs to be done is a boosting of HDLs and eating of healthy fats, avocados, nuts, any sort of fat that is not saturated and over-processed, something that comes from a natural form, coconut oil is a fantastic one. Coconut oil actually has, I'll end this podcast with this as a weird fact from coconut oil. It has, it's an acid that's only found one other place in nature, and that's in breast milk. Let me see what that oil is called. Coconut oil and breast milk. One-handed typing. You must forgive me. Coconut oil. Lauric acid. Lauric acid. Lauric. Lauric. And it acts as an inflammatory. It acts as a natural reduction of harmful substances in the body. That's all you really need to know. Try to eat well. Do yourself a favor. Remember to eat fats. And don't bend over backwards to ignore your instincts. We all have. We're all in a struggle. You can do it. Love you guys.